On this video, what I'll be doing is lots of examples of finding the x and y intercepts. We're not going to use a graph to find the x and y intercepts. We're going to go ahead and solve each equation. So the first thing I like to do is I like to make columns for myself. I'm going to find the x-intercept here, and I'm going to find the y-intercept over here. So when I find the x-intercept, what I'm doing is I'm plugging 0, plug 0, in for y. When I find the y-intercept, I'm plugging 0 in for x. Remember, that is due to those previous pictures. And I'm going to go back to them one more time so you see them. The x-intercept, you're plugging 0 in for y because every value along the x-axis has the y equaling 0. For the y-intercept, you're plugging 0 in for x because every value along the y-axis has the x equaling 0. So when I go ahead and I plug in 0 for the y part, I would have 4x minus 3 times 0 equals 12. Well, 3 times 0 is just really 0. That's gone. So I get 12x equals, 4x equals 12. Solve this simple equation by dividing by 4 on both sides, and I get x is 3. So that tells me that my x-intercept is 3. Now we could correspond that to a point, and that point would be 3, 0, where my x is 3 and my y is 0. The y-intercept is where I plug 0 in for x. So I would have 4 times 0 minus 3y equals 12. This is really 0, and so I really just have the simple equation, negative 3y equals 12. Divide by negative 3 on both sides, and I get y is negative 4. My ordered pair that goes with this, x comma y, is 0. 0 for my x, I plugged in 0 for x, and negative 4 for my y. Now most of the time, we will just see it as written as x-intercept equals 3 and y-intercept equals negative 4. But I do want you guys to understand that it is really truly an ordered pair. My second example, we're going to keep doing the same thing. I like to do it in the where I make two columns, so I find the x-intercept and then I find the y-intercept. Remember, when I find the x-intercept, what I'm doing is y is equaling 0. So I'm going to have 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 12. Well, 3 times 0 is really 0. So I have 2x equals 12. I solve the simple equation, I get x is 6. So my x-intercept is equal to 6. My y-intercept is where I'm plugging x equals 0 in. So I've got 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 12. These give me 0, so I have 3y equals 12. Solve the simple equation, and I get y is 4. So my y-intercept is equal to 4. I'm going to keep doing x and y-intercepts. This one looks a little different just because of the setup, but it is still solved the same way. So I will find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. The x-intercept is found by plugging in 0 for y. So I have 6 times 0 equals 6. This creates 0. So I have negative 3x equals 6. Divide by negative 3, and I get x is equal to negative 2. So my x-intercept is equal to negative 2. My y-intercept is where I plug in 0 for x. So I have 6y minus 3 times 0 equals 6. Those create 0, so I have 6y equals 6. Divide by 6 on both sides, and I get y is 1. So my y-intercept, I lost my pen. My pen won't write for right now, so let's see if I can get one more time. My y-intercept is equal to 1.